Hello everybody, my name is Leather Jacket Guy, and welcome to the first edition of the Monthly Cascade Delivery, where I basically show you guys what I bought during the month as far as trains go, and some train accessories. None of that pro paint stuff though. So let's get right into this video. I'll be opening up the boxes in the order that I received them, and this one was first at pretty much the beginning of this month. And while I get this one open, I would like to make this a regular series. Basically, at the end of every month, I'll show you guys what I bought during that month. And hopefully this will be the only episode I'll have to explain that, and it'll just be a regular series. And inside this box, I have ground turf, the dark green stuff to work on the layout with. Not very interesting. But what is interesting is what else is in here. It's one of them. This is another one of them. And there should be a third one in here. Nope, all three of them are in here. All right, let's get these unwrapped and take a look at them. So here are three True Color paints in Southern Pacific Depot Trim Brown, Moss Green for the roof, and, oops, dropped that one, and SP Depot Colonial Yellow. So these paints are going to be going on a train station kit that I have somewhere in this room, and basically I'm going to be painting that depot in actual SP colors, which I'm pretty stoked about. Hopefully at the end of this video I'll be able to show you guys what these look like, or if not, it'll be in a layout update video. Let's move on. This next one I got just last week, I want to say actually, and if I am correct in what this is a, well, frankly, another project besides the actual layout itself. However, it is a project for a family member. And here it is. It's a Southern Pacific TNO. I'm not sure why it's also labeled that. What is it? 40-foot double sheath boxcar from Roundhouse. And I mean, I do actually have this particular car already, so this car will actually become a printing company car that is part of my brother-in-law's family, and I decided to make him a car to represent that. Let's get this one out of its box. So here's the car out of its box. If you've ever owned a Roundhouse boxcar, well, frankly, it's just one of those. And I mean, it's fairly simplistic, I guess, but I actually really like these cars, especially since back when they were brand new, they were only about $20, which is, you know, quite nice actually. Plus it has opening doors. If I can get it to open. Nope, all right, fine, you stay closed. Let's try this side. See, opening doors. But yes, this one will become a printing company car. I won't say too much else about it. Let's move on. This next box here is actually from Bachmann Trains themselves. As I was looking for a little bit of a project to do, and I was looking at some brass engines, and well, I couldn't afford those brass engines since if you've ever looked up how much brass engines are, they are rather expensive. But I did see that Bachmann had these for 50% off. Also, never cut toward yourself, always cut away from yourself. You can always get a new buddy, but you can't get a new body. So, let's get it open. Take that out of the way. And it is a Southern Pacific Vanderbilt tender from Bachmann. Let's see, is it sealed? It is sealed, so I'll show you guys this out of its packaging later, hooked up to the engine I'm planning on attaching it to. And if you are going to buy these from Bachmann, they do not come with couplers, and I don't think they come with DCC chips either, so you will have to chip this yourself. I'm not too concerned about that, because more than likely I'll put sound in it, because I think these are sound equipped, aren't they? Yes, right there in the back you can see there's holes cut for a speaker, so I will most likely be doing that, and again, I'll show you this guys later. Let's move on to the last package. This last package is from eBay, and it is pretty much matching the tender in what it's for. If I can get it open. That's the order details, and here are the actual parts. So here is a pressed steel pilot, commonly used with the Southern Pacific and a fair number of other railroads. Let's see. It doesn't look like it has any specific, it doesn't even have its name on here, actually. That's real interesting. And it's actually really interesting, but yes, it is a precision scale part. Correct? Yeah, precision scale part. And here are some number boards. Now, what could these possibly be for? What's actually interesting, they do actually include little ladders. I didn't know that when I bought it. But yes, here are the last things I've purchased this month. And like I said, they match the tender, so what could they be for? Let's move on to that. So this is roughly what I guess my Southern Pacific F5 will look like. The tender actually looks a bit oversized to me. These tenders are actually made for the USRA 482s, although I didn't think the 482s would be bigger than the 210-2s, but it kind of looks like they are. And I'm not sure if there's going to be clearance issues, as I'm not entirely sure how close I want the tender to sit. By stock forward, it sits right there. I'll push see if I can't get these tender wires to stay down. Well, they're not going to, but that's roughly how close it'll sit to the locomotive. Plus, these wires look awfully long. Anyway, this is roughly how it'll look, and these number boards will go up here by the funnel, as that's where Southern Pacific tended to put number boards, at least for most of their locomotives that are actually built by them. And the pressed steel pilot, which of course will need to be painted, well, same with the number boards. I'm thinking that will just pop in there. I did look to see if Bachmann had a pressed steel front, because I thought they did for their 210-2s or for their 482s, but apparently they don't. And I'm also very curious to see what you guys would think about this if I were to turn this into an F5, or roughly how close do you think I can actually get it to a Southern Pacific F5 or Southern Pacific 210-2 in general. And I know there's going to be a few things that'll have to be omitted, like the white lining across the engine, which is what I would prefer, but this is just what I had lying around. And with that, we'll wrap this video up. So here is everything that I purchased for the month again, and I'm actually super stoked to get started on some of these projects. Please let me know if you guys are interested in how I build my Southern Pacific F5 class, which roughly looks like a USRA 210-2. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Do remember to like and subscribe.